Dear students, in today's class we are going to see one more result in connection with prime numbers and divisibility. So let us begin. So if P is a prime number and P divides AB, then we can conclude that P divides A or P divides B. Let me just explain it uh, with the help of one example. As we know that 5 is dividing 30, so how can we write 30? 30 can be factorized as 15 multiplied by 2, and you can observe that 5 is dividing 15, right? So this is the magic of this result. So if we are having a prime number P, and if P is dividing some number, and if that number can be factorized further as a product of two factors, then we are pretty sure that that prime number P is going to divide at least one of the factors that appear here. Now let us prove this result. So first of all, we will write down the given things. So I will say, let P be prime and P divides AB. Now what is the meaning of P divides AB? As we have seen the concept of divisibility before, so A divides B if and only if B is a multiple of A, that is nothing but B can be written as A multiplied by some integer. Now over here we can conclude that since P divides AB, so this AB should be multiple of P, right? So I will say AB is equal to Pk for some K belonging to Z. Now what we have to prove? To prove that P divides A or P divides B. If P divides A, then there is nothing to prove. Actually, we have to prove P divides A or P divides B, right? So if P is dividing A, then there is nothing to prove, right? So let us assume that P does not divide A. So I will say, if P does not divide A, then we show that P divides B. So now try to understand here. We have assumed that P does not divide A, and our claim is to show P divides B. So in order to prove P divides B, we need to show that B is a multiple of P. In other words, we have to show B is equal to P multiplied by some number, some integer. Okay. Now since we have already assumed that P does not divide A, so according to the last result, we can conclude that the GCD of P and A should be 1. So I will write here as P does not divide A, therefore GCD of P and A should be equal to 1. Now we have already seen existence and uniqueness of GCD theorem. According to that, any two numbers, any two integers actually have a GCD, and it can be expressed in the form of MA plus NB, right? So over here we can write this one as Px plus Ay for some choices of x and y. So I'll say for some x and y belonging to Z. Note that we have to prove P divides B, means B is equal to P multiplied by some number. So what I will do is I will multiply this equation by B. So I'll say multiply by B. So if you multiply this equation by B, your left hand side will be B, and on the right hand side we will get BPX plus BAY, which can be further written as PBX plus ABY. Now note that from 1 we already have the value of AB as PK, so therefore this will be equal to PBX plus PKY. Here we have used 1. Now remember, we wanted to prove that B is equal to P multiplied by some integer, and if you observe the right hand side properly, both the terms contains p, so p can be taken common. So we can write it as p inside the bracket bx plus ky, and that is exactly what we wanted to prove. Therefore, I'll say b is equal to p multiplied by some k1, where k1 is nothing but bx plus ky, and remember that which is also an integer, because all the numbers involved here b, x, k and y all are integers, and therefore I will say p divides b, and that is what we wanted to prove. So what we have proved in this result? So according to this result, if p is a prime number and if p is dividing ab, then we can conclude that p divides a or p divides b. So that's all for this result. Thank you.